Welcome back to the Tobago Updates morning show, and we're going to talk a bit about politics, and we have on the line with us Nickosy Phillips, the political leader of the Unity of the People, and there is a call for candidates for the T.H.A elections. Good morning and welcome, Nickosy.
Hi, pleasant good morning to you. Good morning to the viewers of Tobago Updates, and good morning to Tobago.
Good morning.
Good morning again. So you have a call for candidates for the T.H.A elections. So the Unity of the People are throwing their hat in the fray.
Well, as I said in 2020, I will contest every single election, whether I win or lose. And I made a promise that I will continue to keep, and I'm doing so because it's a democratic society and we are a political organization, not a force to be reckoned with, but we're doing quite good so far.
Nickosy, we've had this discussion on several occasions about, putting out the resources and not getting that public reception as it pertains to the election outcome. What are you gaining in continuing to vie for these elections without getting the type of public support that is needed?
International recognition, the respect for my work and my knowledge, my persistency in continuing to fight for people who don't even fight for themselves, the continuation of humanitarian work, and as I said, just keep on fighting. There are other things that are revolving around me continuing in politics, and I tend to leave that for that time for it to grow, and it will be seen in due course.
Nickosy, for this upcoming elections, what do you see as some of the burning issues that the Unity of the People would like to tackle?
Especially for my community, there must be a level of accountability. We have not seen a level of accountability. I would like to see more developmental projects for our youths to sustain all the youths in this country. We have to look at the tourism trust, especially. The tourism trust is dead, and we have to know how to find other ways to market Tobago and to put Tobago back on the map. We can't just depend on Carnival and the beaches for tourism. I will also look at the resources coming to Tobago. Is it for the or is it for special person to help their friends and family? So it's going to be a lot of different issues, especially this autonomy that I see that they're now trying to play in the playbook to hit the Tobagonians' mindset for this election. That is something that we need to also look at, and will be. I know it's going to be on the table, and that's the play card that they're going to use. But I'm ready for a battle.
Nickosy, tell us about some of the public feedback you've been getting in terms of persons actually being interested to contest this election under the Unity of the People banner.
Well, as I said, people always keep on saying they're interested, and when the appointed time comes, you don't see them. So as I said, the call is out there. We have opened ourselves and open Unity of the People to take in nominations and persons who are interested. And if they are not interested and I'm the lone standing person again, I will continue to battle. I will continue to fight. One voice will always be a strong voice, and I think with reason, people will see that even with this one voice, I have been dominant, I have been strong, I've been advocating, and I've been very vociferous on a number of issues when other persons and other leaders have been silent. So at the end of the day, I see a lot of persons always jumping on the bandwagon because they see politics as money for them and not really for the purpose of going into office to serve the people. And as I said, the people who I'm looking for are persons who are on the ground, persons who literally want to get into office to serve the people. And that is what I'm looking to work with. I'm looking to work with people who are really for the people of Trinidad and Tobago.
Right, and even looking across the floor at what's happening on the other side, whether it be in the PNM camp or in the TPP camp, we see that the TPP recently opened their nomination, and we have areas where up to 10 persons are vying for that electoral district. What are some of your views on that? And do you think that some of those persons who may get rejected are open to coming over to Unity of the People to, serve under your banner? What are your thoughts when you see so many persons wanting to put themselves up for leadership?
I highly doubt that, because let me tell you, as I said, some of the persons look at it as a eat of food and to get in there. And I'm saying the same thing. If you have been rejected, why not look to source other political parties that if you're really for Trinidad and if you're really for Tobago, why not source other parties? But you see, everybody's just running to where they can eat a food, and if we win, they jump in sides and jump in sides. Unity of the People continues to be open. It continues to be there. My executive and I, we have been doing a little background check. We've been looking at what is it that we weak at, and people may say, yes, I am the issue, but at the end of the day, I'm an issue to people who do not recognize good representation, and if they want to continue to look on the outside and judge, that's good. But on international market, I'm marketing my country. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. My abilities and the talent of what Unity of the People is about and myself is about, it's there. And I said, we are open, and everybody's saying they're coming. It's up to them. I can't do anything. I can't force anybody. But when you talk about proper representation, and if that is what they want to do, if you're rejected or you haven't been selected, there are other parties and other avenues to think. But then again, that could be a dangerous thing because some of them could just come across, win, and show that they could win from a different party and then switch lines, as we have seen with the TPP and the Watson Duke in the beginning.
We want to switch gears for a bit, and I want to ask you about your thoughts on the current political situation in Trinidad and Tobago and the visit of the Prime Minister to the Tobago House of Assembly. What are your thoughts in terms of that that new push for autonomy for Tobago? And what do you think about the Prime Minister's visit to address that special sitting in the legislature?
Political gimmicks, and as I stand with the minority leader, they propose. You remember Mr. Farley Augustine would have done something in the legislature to put this autonomy thing to send to the Attorney General. I am still standing with the minority leader. It was not advocated for the people of Tobago to have a discussion. There was no open discussion. And for her to come now and talk about autonomy for Tobago, we all know it's a political gimmick. They will fool the people, the Ford supporters, they will fool everybody who wants to jump on that bandwagon. But it is just they will say the constitution or the T.H.A constitution allows the prime minister visit. That's no problem. And she's just like a prime minister, just like the former prime minister visiting Tobago to have dialogue with the chief secretary. But for me, I think it's a political gimmick. If there was no consultation on the way how the chief secretary used the autonomy in that bill and moved that motion to pass it with just a majority, it does not speak to Tobagonians, and I would like to hear what is this autonomy and what she's coming to discuss. But for me, I'm focused on other things. I'm focused on the development of Tobago. I'm focused on how can I try to develop my community and develop the neighboring communities of Tobago. And I'm not into the political gimmicks. It is an election time. She'll be coming to throw money. She'll be coming to say this and to say that. And it will stay happening in the 2010, 2015. After they get what they want, they reject Tobago for a number of years and then come back close to the elections to try to give them something. So for me, my thoughts are focused on the ability of getting things done for Tobago and getting my work done and setting unity of the people across the border. I can't really focus on them anymore because I'm not into the games.
In the last 30 seconds of the interview, quick response on your thoughts on the geopolitical situation that Trinidad and Tobago is facing right now and in terms of our relationship with Venezuela and our CARICOM neighbors.
I am saddened by this development because at the end of the day, there should have been a level of diplomacy. And the Prime Minister, Kamala Persaud-Bissessar, has set Trinidad and Tobago citizens at risk, at the highest risk ever. And she's acting really, I don't want to say the word crazy. She's acting way out of line in terms of, yes, she's the prime minister, but at the end of the day, decisions have to be made that will benefit and the safety and the security of Trinidad and Tobago citizens. And for me, I believe that at this point in time, the diplomacy is out the door because you are having a tyrant as the president of the United States saying certain things, evading this and doing want to do this to Venezuela. And Trinidad and Tobago has set themselves to having the U.S. deploy themselves. As I said to somebody, do you think that Venezuela is going to attack the U.S.? If the US is set up here in Trinidad and Tobago along the shores, along the borders, why would they send a bomb or missiles to US when they can attack right here in Trinidad and Tobago because the base is here? We have to, and then you have people who don't even have common sense backing and supporting this stupidity and say they're ready for war, and you have social media saying to the things, listen, there should have been a level of diplomacy. I think the President Maduro is still calling for peace, but based on what I'm seeing on the international news, the President of the United States is not calling for peace and has set Trinidad and Tobago at risk. And I would not even believe I'm hearing them saying to the citizens to be calm. How the hell can we be calm when we are in the middle of a war that is on the verge of breaking? Any little thing, one little scratch bomb can blow Trinidad and Tobago up. So I wish that the citizens will open their eyes. The government of Trinidad and Tobago is led by Kamala Persaud-Winston, and I have no problem with that. That is what the people voted for. But when it comes to the safety and security of our citizens, that is where I will have a problem, and I will continue to advocate for peace, diplomacy, and to put the safety and security of Trinidad and Tobago to the highest level. I would have set things in place because at the end of the day, this is not just only about war, but somebody has to face the International Criminal Court because there are extrajudicial killings that were not even judicial. Come on, there's so many things. But at the end of the day, I'm going to stand for peace and solidarity between our nations and our CARICOM brothers and sisters.
All right, thank you very much, Nickosy Phillips, for being on set with us this morning. Viewers, unfortunately, we have come to the end of our programming, but it does not end there. Beneath the Surface is up next, so do us a favor. Share the live, share the live, share the live. Beneath the Surface is up next.